You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Just a quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. You are listening to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina. Not again. What?
I bet it was this.
It was. I heard
I'm hoping it was this.
it. No, it was that.
Yeah, okay.
I heard it.
This is new.
All of this is new. Wait. Okay. We're good.
All right. Yeah, we have a guest in here tonight. We have the new setup. I keep forgetting to turn the volume down on my personal laptop, iPad over here. So I want to be involved in the chat, but I don't need to hear what's going on.
There you go. Speaking of that, you can join us on YouTube Live. If you go to YouTube and search Harper Radio, we are live there, so comment, join in the chat. You can also message us on Twitter at streaming_verse, and one of us will deal with that.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll deal with it.
We have people watching our show. It's
Oh,
terrible.
no. The burden.
I know. Also, a little quick reminder, I forgot to change the camera back. We are on Letterboxd. So check us out, same username as Twitter, streaming_verse, so you can see what we've been watching and check out our list, because I like making lists, so I make all of them.
I've been making new lists on my TV time thing, because they have
So
lists now. I'm so
I
excited.
know, me too. I've been geeking out about it. It's very exciting stuff. All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Did it? Okay. There's so much going on over here.
Yep.
Okay. So, Chris, what have you been watching this week?
What have I been watching? Well, I have a friend that suggested a series that's on Epix, which I do not subscribe to yet.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, EPIX. Epix. Have you ever heard of Epix?
I have
No?
not heard
No.
of it. That's new to me.
There's a new series called From, From. It's kind of Stephen King-like. All
Okay.
these people end up in this town. They don't know how they got to the town, and as the series goes on, they learn more about things. And
Interesting.
there's these creatures that will come to your window at night that try to get you to come to the window and will be like, honey, come here, I'm your grandma.
No.
And then if you open the window, they come in and kill you. So, yeah, but it's really good. Hey, this is right up your alley. What do
It
you
is
know?
right. No, I'm saying no because I have literally had this fear since I was like a child. I can't look out the window at night because I'm scared something like that's going to happen.
Well, then you might not like this series.
Yeah, well, no, I think I'd like it. I always am scared that, you know, when you see your reflection when it's that dark out,
Yeah.
and you see your eyes looking back at you, I'm always scared it's going to be someone else's eyes, and then I'm just going to, like, drop dead.
I can't make fun of you for that. I have a thing about the bathroom mirror at night. Like not
I can't
looking
look
in
at
the
it.
bathroom mirror.
Bloody Mary ruined it.
That honestly is a fear of mine, too. I remember every night I go to the bathroom sometimes. I'm scared I'm going to turn the light. There's just going to be some ghost standing behind me. I'm going to turn the light.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. Yeah. It's fear. Yeah. And the fear is real. Yeah. And I really have to just shout out about this one. I saw The Adam Project on Netflix.
Oh, I hear that's really good.
It's so good. It's not great from a cinematography standpoint,
Yeah.
but the story is awesome. I was crying.
Aw.
It is so good. I highly recommend The Adam Project, and that's with Ryan Reynolds,
Yes.
Jennifer Gardner, and Mark Ruffalo. And it's kind of cute
Yes.
because Jennifer Gardner and Mark Ruffalo are a couple, and they were a couple in 13 going on 30.
See,
don't know.
I haven't seen that one. I have not seen, I know, you and my brother are, like, hating me right now, but I haven't seen the classics.
So in my mind, those two got together and had Ryan Reynolds as a child. Like that's
love
what the
that.
Adam. But it is. Adam Project's really good. I highly recommend that one.
It's definitely on my watch list. Because Netflix added a whole bunch of new stuff. Shrek is on Netflix now.
Wow.
I don't know why I screamed that, but Shrek 1 and 2,
Oh, wow.
as well as the Broadway musical recording.
Nice.
You know, it's Shrek. What else do I say?
What have you been watching?
this week you're gonna laugh at me again because it's off of Disney Plus. But okay, mine has a little backstory. So red pandas. Don't laugh at me, Chris.
I don't know what a red panda is, but go on.
Yes, they're the
You never
cutest
seen a red
things
panda before?
ever.
No.
They're adorable.
Okay, all right. I've
They're
been
like-
corrected.
They're like small pandas, and they're red, obviously. Red panda. And my mom wrote a children's book about red pandas, and it's called Rocky the Red Panda. And I've had a stuffed red panda since I was little. I love red pandas because my mom loves red pandas, so it's kind
Aw.
of that thing. So Disney, which I'm not really on Disney's side right now, that's the T. I'm not going to get into that. That would take more than 10 minutes ending. But it's really cute. It's about embracing who you are. It deals with parents, friends, a very interesting boy band. Jordan Fisher, I believe. It's great. I recommend it.
I have a feeling that you shouldn't watch Red Panda and The Adam Project back to back because there's a lot of similar things where you're getting in touch with your feelings.
Yeah, I can't handle that. I usually don't like that. I avoid it. But it was so cute because like she'd turn into a red panda. I'd be like, oh my god, you're adorable, you're a red panda. Yeah. Have you watched anything else?
I have, of course, Resident Alien,
Course,
which I recommend
yes.
to everybody. I don't know if you know Alan Tudyk is, Matt, but nope, that look says no.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Dodgeball?
No, I'm a very, very uncultured man. I would be upfront about that.
Dodgeball? You haven't seen...
Yeah, no, everyone tells me that because I grew up in a very, very like reserved home where it's like you can't watch this, you can't watch that. We can only watch like PBS Kids for like the first like 10 years we were allowed to watch TV. So by the time that we had been allowed to watch a lot more stuff, we'd moved on. Like the Xbox 360 had come out, and so we were super big into video games, me and my
Okay.
siblings. So by the time we got into that, it's like, okay,
You've already
why
installed
watch
this.
TV?
Dodgeball.
Yeah. But yeah, Dodgeball, right.
All right, so Resident Alien's a show. It's about an alien who lands in Colorado, and he's becoming more human. But it was so funny this week. So this is my quote of the week.
Okay.
I decided I need to have quotes from Resident Alien now.
Yes.
Birthday parties are participation awards because everyone has a birthday, everyone's born. So birthday parties are just participation awards.
I love it.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That is amazing.
It's so funny.
That's incredible. I love that.
Anything else you've been?
Okay, so yes. Technically it's not what I've been watching, but it's another announcement because I know a couple of weeks ago I was like screaming about this into the microphone again. But now everything's okay. I can relax. Because all of the Netflix original Marvel series,
Yes.
The Defenders, Jessica Jones, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Luke Cage, Iron Fist. When I wrote this down, I wrote Devil Wears Prada, but I meant to write Daredevil. I don't know why I wrote Devil Wears Prada. Devil Wears Prada is not
Some
on Disney
weird
Plus.
Freudian slip there.
I know. But it is all on Disney Plus, and there was a couple weeks that they took it off Netflix and it wasn't anywhere. And I was struggling to fall asleep because I did not have Jessica Jones to watch in the background and listen to. And Kristen Ritter's voice is so relaxing for me. Same with Haley Atwell, who plays Peggy Carter. And I need them to fall asleep. And so they finally put it back on. But here's the catch. I couldn't get into the Disney Plus because it had me confirm that I wanted mature content, and then it had me put in the password. Well,
For the mature content.
yeah. Hey, Dad, can you share the password with me? Because it keeps changing and I never know what it is. So it was like 12 o'clock at night, and I'm trying to put the password in my TV, and I'm like, I just want to Jessica Jones. So I ended up watching clips on Netflix on my phone instead.
So what is that? Is it called something different? Like, because Disney has the different channels. So it's just regular Disney. So is Deadpool there already then?
I don't know because I couldn't get into the
that's true.
account. But
Yeah, I didn't know, like, we talk about Disney After Dark, like, if it's going to have its own title, or is it just behind the mature content wall?
it
Maybe
asked
that's
me
it.
if I wanted to stay with the mature TV 14 rating. And I said no, because Jessica Jones is not TV mature rating, TV 14 or whatever. So, and then I don't know what else they added, because I saw the guy who plays Phil Coulson posted about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. going on there, and I didn't realize that was going on there as well. And so I was like, okay, so it must be all of the Netflix originals, which is so bizarre. But
Yeah, we liked that, by the way. When he said he was going, that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on Netflix.
Yes.
We liked it on Twitter.
Oh, we did?
Yes, we did. Like our,
Okay.
our
Yeah,
account.
got it.
We liked it.
I was like, I like it, yeah.
We are we, Nina, when it comes to Twitter, Letterboxd,
Right.
show.
Yeah, the thoughts and ideas. Okay, anyways, we are going to take a quick break and come back and talk about this year's musical. Stay tuned for Streamingverse. Yeah.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, we are the band Joywave, and you are listening to 88.3 WHCM Harper Radio. Radio done differently.
All right, welcome back to Streamingverse with Chris and Nina. Okay, everything's on.
We're on.
We are live, clearly. Quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Again, I already said this, you're back with Streamingverse, and we have a special guest tonight going to talk about the musical Sense and Sensibility, which is playing at the PAC currently through March 20th. See, I did my research.
That.
I was going to leave it up to him to answer all the questions.
Oh, you can repeat it.
Oh, yeah. So what role are you playing in Sense and Sensibility?
So I am playing the role of Edward Ferrez. He is the love interest of Eleanor Dashwood. He is a man with good intentions who is just not very good at getting his thoughts across very thoroughly.
Okay. I was reading up on Sense and Sensibility and what it means. Mm-hmm. Do you know what sense and sensibility mean?
Well, we talked about this at the beginning of the process, but like, it was it's a while ago, so it's kind of blanking on me. But we were talking about how each one of the sisters represented sense. I think it was Eleanor represented sense of like making sense of the world around you and being rational about things.
Yep.
Where Marianne was sensibility, wanting to experience the world around you. Like she's big into poetry, music, all that good stuff, and
I like that.
Don't say poetry on the show. We'll get in trouble. I'm just kidding.
No, that's good. Like, because when I read the definition, it was basically one is basically being logical, one's being emotional.
Yeah.
So I like that explanation better.
yeah,
That was
so
good.
I think it was really clever the way that Paul the playwright had written that down. So I think Austin had already woven that into the characters, but just the way it's shown on stage too. Eleanor is always kind of just chasing after Marianne. But Marianne, you have to be careful about putting yourself out there as much as it's like, you're such a joy kill, Eleanor. Just let me live my life. Let me do my own thing. It comes back in the show that just that idea of wanting to live her life as big as she can does come back to bite her later on in the show. And so,
Gotcha. So is this based on, is it an adaptation in Jane Austen's time or our time?
it is an adaptation in Austin's time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You can ask.
I'm trying to think of the time period. My questions are not intelligent, but I will ask them anyway.
Ask away.
So, I probably should have text this earlier so you had time to think about this, but you're on the spot.
That's
So,
rapid fire.
You got this.
we know a little bit about your character just based on what you said.
Mhm.
So, relating it back to our show, Streamingverse, can you relate your character to a certain movie or TV show character?
That is a good question. Just based
Thank
off
you.
the movies,
Great
You're welcome.
question.
Thank you.
Trying to think of a good characters. Edward is a very, again, he means well, but just the way that he's not good at trying to get what he's trying to say across. So, if I would think of a character about that, it would probably.
I think Nina wants to jump in on this one.
I would say jump in. I'm drawing a blank here.
No, yeah, I'll give you more time to think. Just based on that description,
Yeah.
Villanelle. But we'll get into that.
Oh, you're right, Villanelle. Ooh.
Does your character murder people, Matt?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
All right, so not as off the rails as Villanelle.
Okay.
I would actually say, and again, you won't get this, but Harry from Resident Alien, like he does things when he's trying to be more human and he means well, but he's horrible. Like, he's like, now I have my birthday pie, everyone leave. Like, he thought he was being nice, letting everyone stay until the pie arrived. And then he's like, go, so I can eat all my pie.
Do you have anything?
I really can't think of anything. So I think, at least for me, Edward seems like a fairly unique character in the way that he's written, in the way that I've gotten to portray him. It's been an awesome experience just fleshing out this character and bringing him to life on
Cool.
stage.
That's awesome.
So if we wanted to see it, when and where can we see this?
So, tomorrow begins our closing weekend. We run Friday through Saturday. Tomorrow and Saturday runs at 8 o'clock, and then we have a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock. Tickets are available for sale at the Performing Arts Center box office, and I think they're being charged at $25, $25, $30?
$15 to $25.
15 and 25? Okay.
Yeah. Depending if you're a student, community member.
Yes.
With your ID,
Staff,
you can get a
yeah.
discount.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of more questions now. So did
I-
you know anything about Jane Austen before you started this?
I did not. I was unfamiliar with her work, but I was asking around. I'm like, I can't be the only one who doesn't know anything about this show. And to my surprise, I was the only person who knew nothing about this show. I was like, oh my gosh, never heard of Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility before? I'm like, no, I haven't.
Nope.
No, I have not.
Yeah, Nina doesn't want to
Jane
hear that.
Austen. I'm not even going to get started. I do have another question.
All right, lay it
It's
on me.
also one that I should have texted beforehand. But, no, maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Again, I'm bringing it back to streaming burst because you're on our show.
On our
you
She's
know?
good at the tie-in. She's good at tying
I'm
things
trying.
together.
I'm trying. The inner journalist in me is like, yes. Okay. Anyways, when you are going to play your character, you're getting ready for a show, or even winding down from a show, what gets you, like, riled up? You can say, like, music-wise, or if you're, like, if you found a character you could relate it to, like, obviously you watched that movie or TV series, or is there also something that you can, like, watch and, like, relax after the show, or listen to, I guess? The first thing that comes to my mind is, like, are you listening to Eye of the Tiger before you go on stage, or, like, what's going on?
We were talking about that in the makeup room, how one of our castmates was talking about how just 80s anthems are just such a good hype-up song.
Yes!
So we got some, like, Eye of the Tiger.
Really fun.
Yeah,
Who's gonna be Eve? Who's gonna be Villanelle? Let's answer some questions.
So after a show, how amped up are you? Like, how long does it take you to come down after a show?
Usually, when I go to bed and wake up the next day, that's like, okay, I'm here again. I'm Matt Froling once again. I'm no longer Edward. But coming off of a show is, as soon as we step off stage, I'm like jumping around, like, yes, we did it. We did so good, you guys. It is every single night once curtain call ends is just such a riveting experience because it's been 2 years since I've been on stage.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just being able to be back in here, making people laugh, performing for others, it's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, even at our show, neither of us wants to talk to anybody. We've talked about this before. Like when we get done with Streamingverse and we go home.
Oh, yeah.
She goes to her room. I
Yeah.
go home. I'm by myself, and I don't want to talk. I just need to decompress. Because it's not the same as the performance where you're feeding off the energy of a live audience, but it's the whole, like, we're talking, we're amped up, we're great, and then you get done, you're like, okay, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's definitely bits of that in the show, but I think, like you said, being around people and feeding off that energy definitely helps stem that a little bit. Because I know the last few shows we've gone out to IHOP after opening night. We went to
IHOP.
Chili's after our
The
Sunday
ultimate
show.
theater kid
the ultimate
place.
theater kid place. But it just, there are so many inside jokes flying around. There's just so much high octane energy that's like
awesome.
it's hard to not come down off that high. It's just, oh my gosh, I'm here in the perpetual moment, and I gotta say everything on my mind before the subject changes, because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I guess I can't say this now. Oh.
The moment has passed.
The moment has passed.
No, I understand that. Dancing, performing
Yeah.
after a show, especially like a recital or something, you know, you're with a group of people who you've worked so hard with and trained for so long with, and you just want to go out and celebrate and everyone's talking a mile a minute, so you can't get a word in, and then you're like, wait, but I have something to say about this. Yeah,
That's awesome.
and IHOP is, yeah,
IHOP is a time,
Mhm.
that's for sure.
the waiters don't like us.
No, our waiter, I was so scared that she just did not look like she was enjoying her morning. She's like, hi, how can I help you guys? And she's just stone-faced. I'm like, I feel so bad. It's
No,
like,
because it's like 2 a.m. and a busload of theater kids comes
Just
in
walk inside.
and talking a mile a minute, and they're like, I want this, and there's so much going on. They're singing, and the waiters just are like, it's 2 a.m.
But
Yeah.
but at least you're not drunk people,
That's
because
true.
they're also used to the drunk people coming in at 2 a.m. and singing and causing a ruckus. So remember that you're the better ruckus that's
There
happening
you
at
go.
2 o'clock in
Yeah.
the morning.
And
There you
we
go.
definitely were a better group too. No one was singing. It was loud. Just, oh my gosh, we just put this show on. It was a lot of fun. And so thankfully the worst thing we had was the waiter jokingly told my friend Xander he couldn't have another glass of water. And then he's like, can I have another glass of water? No, you can't.
No.
Oh, that's funny.
You cannot.
My
Nope.
brother gets that with kitty cocktails. Does that surprise you, Chris?
No, it does not
I know.
surprise me.
Does not.
Oh, Deegan.
Yeah, I love them.
So so we've got 2 more weekends. Do you, so what's next in the theater world at Harper? Do you know? Do you have any idea what's going on? Musicals or plays?
I don't know about the musical. I think the next show that is being put on is by a different director. I'm not too familiar with her, but I think it's Fences.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar
Oh,
with,
okay.
yeah. I think, I'm not entirely sure what the premise is, but I think it's a smaller cast from my understanding. So, yeah.
Will you be auditioning?
I think it's a summer show, so I'm actually going to be working at a summer camp come May 20th. So when
Here
that-
or somewhere else?
up in Michigan, up by the Upper Peninsula.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when again can people see the last weekend of shows?
Yeah, this upcoming weekend, starting tomorrow, we have a Friday and Saturday show starting at 8 o'clock and then a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock. Tickets are on sale at the box office. Prices varying depending on if you're a student or not, but yeah, if you can, come see Sense and Sensibility here at Harper.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Everyone should run out now, and not run out, but go to your computers, get your tickets.
Yes.
And you probably get them at the box office as well.
Yeah, I think you can buy them
Yeah.
in person or you can place reservations online, from my understanding.
Okay.
I can
That sounds
read
good.
the website if you'd like.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to be giving anyone false information here.
Oh, she's very prepared, and we should let her share that.
It's shocking, really. I'm never this prepared for anything. You can get tickets, like he said, at the box office, or you can go to www.harpercollege.edu/services/arts/boxoffice.php. I don't know what PHP stands for.
That is a good question. I've seen that before, but I have no clue.
Yeah, but you can get tickets, or at least reserve them there as well.
All right. Well, thank you, Matt, for being on our show.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you
us
so
talking
much.
about it.
Yeah.
We all learned a little bit more. Maybe I'll end up going to see Sense and Sensibility this
I
weekend.
know.
Yeah, it's a good time, especially coming out of COVID.
Yeah.
Our director was a
All right,
Do you
so
want to take care of business?
yes, I got it. Ugh, English.
All right.
hello.
I will be back.
All right, Chris out. All right. Thanks again to Matt, who came and talked about the musical. That is awesome. Make sure you go see Sense and Sensibility. We will be right back, and we will be talking about Killing Eve, and we are both very excited about this episode. So we're going to play a couple of PSAs and promos, and we will be right back. So stay tuned for Streaming.
United States and Maddie's Fun. You just missed your morning alarm and had to skip breakfast. You need an energy boost, and I have just the fix for you. You need to listen to Cross Country, a music show with a little bit of country but a whole lot of variety. Hosted by Ashley N., tune in every Monday at 11 a.m. on WHCM 88.3 FM or harperradio.com to hear your favorite country hits followed by songs of other genres. Even without your morning dose of energy, you will never stay hungry when you listen to Cross Country.
All right, we are back with Streaming Verse. You are listening to the award-winning WHCM Harper College. Lost my spot. Palatine, Illinois broadcast of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. You'd think I'd memorize that by now.
Who are we? Where are we?
I don't know. Quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM Harper College or its Board of Trustees. We are back with Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina to talk about Killing Eve.
All right, Nina's going to take a nap. I'm going to take over now. I do have to say, I love that promo of Ashley. She sounds so professional.
Too. She does.
I think winning the award for the IBS for best promo,
Yeah.
Got to her head in a good way in terms of, she's like, I'm going to amp this up and sound a little more professional. And yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely listen to Cross Country if you haven't. It's
And
amazing.
Go to YouTube Live because I'm in here alone in the chat.
Guys, come on. Go talk to Chris.
There is so much to unpack on this episode of Killing Eve.
So much.
Can I start with the title?
Yes, please. Yes.
A Rainbow in Beige Boots.
Yeah.
I'm loving these show titles.
I like the show title alone. Like, I love it so much. A Rainbow in Beige Boots. And at the very beginning, before I watched the episode, I was like, I'm gonna think about this title a little bit, because in the past 3 episodes of this season, they've said the name somehow. Like, Dunk Me, just Dunk Me, the first episode.
Right.
I was like, why is it called that? So then with this one, I was trying to figure out, how are they going to do that? And I was like, wait, it's Eve and Villanelle. And then they said it. They said, quote, I wrote down the quote. Villanelle says, Martin, I'm a rainbow in a world full of beige people like you. No offense.
Right. And then she uses it again.
Saying that
Eve is a rainbow in beige boots.
And I love that metaphor so much.
Yes, I did too. That was I was intrigued to find out what was going to happen with it. Woo! We have a viewer. Guess who?
Deegan.
No, but very close.
Dad.
Yes.
They're probably all watching it together, so I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I know. The other thing, and mind you, there might be spoilers, so we apologize now, warning you now.
Yes.
We want you to keep listening and watching, but at the same time, spoilers. So they showed the fish tank again.
I wrote that down as well. I was
What's happening with
I know.
that fish tank? I'm
Something.
very intrigued.
They did mention, I know we talked about the animals of the
Yes.
first episode, I believe it was, and they did mention the butterfly. They did say something about metamorphosis. Villanelle said it.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, so they went back to the butterfly. So what is Eve gonna do? Like, flop around like a fish? I don't, like, what is going on? Yeah, but and she was just kind of staring at it. She didn't put anything in the tank anymore.
No.
But she was just kind of staring at it. I'm like, this is creepy. What is she gonna do?
I think we're going to keep seeing this fish tank
I think we
come
are.
up.
Wait, something with water. Okay, you know how she tried to drown May?
Yes.
Maybe it has to do with the water and not necessarily the fish. What if it ends with Villanelle killing Eve in the fish tank?
Whoa, hey, that's not good. Because we're supposed to be shipping them,
Oh,
not
I am.
breaking them apart.
I could see them having a Romeo-Juliet situation.
Okay, that is, yes, yeah.
Because Villanelle would do something on accident. Be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
And then off
And then-
herself.
yeah.
I actually have a quote of my own about the episode. So
Yeah.
the part where Villanelle comes in to Eve's room. You know, it took me a minute to realize she was in the same place. Like, I was like, where is she? And then I saw the room, I'm like, oh, she's in her room. But at first I'm like, she's just in a random hotel looking for stuff.
I started to write down, like, oh, because she was undercover as, like, a maid in a different season, and I was like, oh, she's back to that now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, when Eve came in, chatted with her, and left, my first thought was feigned indifference. And then I had to look up the word feigned to make sure it meant actually what I thought it meant as I had that epiphany.
Yes.
And it did, because when she walks out of the room, you can tell Eve was definitely impacted by her being there.
Oh, absolutely.
But she was awesome.
Oh my gosh,
they were in the
yeah.
room together. Like, do what you got to do. Money's there.
Yes.
That's there. Just be gone when I come back.
Yeah. My entire page of notes here is basically all about those scenes where they were together. I know we talked about this before, but just Eve's confidence and the way that she was changing